A very good morning to all my dear students and a warm welcome to Vivekananda Academy. Hope you are all well and doing good. Today I am going to teach you the fifth chapter from your English course book, that is The Guest. This story is written by Uma Krishna Swami, and this story is about a famous legendary character named Mulla Nasiruddin, who appears in many Central Asian folk tales. He was famous for his wit and wisdom, and he had sought out the problems with the mixture of foolishness. So, before I start the story, I would like to tell you something. Students, have you ever invited anyone in your house? There are usually three ways of inviting people. Either you are calling the person on telephone, or you are just inviting him in a polite way by sending either a card or a letter. So in this story, we will find out that Mullah Nasiruddin was invited by a rich man, and what happened when he was invited to his house. Now let's start. Mullah Nasiruddin was a wise man, and when he spoke, all the people used to listen to him very attentively. So one day, when a rich man invited him to feast at his house, he said, "I would be honored, Mullah Sahib, if you would grace us with presents tomorrow tonight." "I will come," agreed Mullah Nasiruddin, "tomorrow night." So, on the following night, Mullah threw on his shabbiest clothes. It was winter time and it was a bit chilly, and he decided to go to his house in tattered or torn clothes. But suddenly the darkness fell when he reached the rich man's doorstep, and the servant opened the door and said, "What do you want, old man?" The servant demanded. "Your master has invited me to his feast," said the mullah. So the servant was doubtfully looking at him and said, "Wait here, I will be back in a moment." The servant went in and his whiskers carried to the door. The old beggar man, "Oh, my master says he is your guest." So the rich man came to the courtyard. "Take a look." And seeing the old man in his rag cloth, he just waved his hand to the servant and told him to just let him go out from his house. And he started joining all his elegant guests. The servant returned to the door. "My master doesn't know you," he said. "He invited me to his feast," insisted the mullah. The servant laughed. "Nonsense! Invited you, a ragged old beggar? My master's friends are noblemen and king. Be off before I take a stick to you." So Mullah Nasiruddin became upset. He went home, and all of a sudden he changed his clothes. He wore finest silk garment, put his best cap on his head, and again he came back to the rich man's house and knocked the door. And once again the servant opened it. He said, "Your master has invited me to your feast." This time the servant bowed respectfully and ushered him in. "Welcome, welcome, Mullah Sahib." Rich man himself showed the mullah to his special seat at the feast. At last, Mullah Sahib said the guest, "We have all been waiting for you." The food arrived. "Served Mullah first," said the rich man. Mullah smiled at everyone, and he began to get busy with his food, but he did not eat. "Ha ha!" cried the guest. "Mullah Sahib, what are you doing?" cried the rich man. Mullah Nasiruddin just began to spoon the soup over his cap. He crumpled the bed and sprinkled the crumbs over his shoulder of his handsome high collar coat. He took apart the Swiss kebab and fed it lovingly to his sleeves. Mullah replied, "When I arrived in rags, you turned me away. Now that I am dressed in finery, you treat me with honor. Clearly it is my clothes you are welcoming, and not me. So it is only fitting that they should eat this delightful food you have prepared for them. The rich man hung his head in shame, and he said, Mullah Sahib, forgive me. I was blind. I saw only your clothes and could not recognize the wearer. I will never again judge people by how they look or the clothes they wear. And in truth, he never did. So students, hope you understood this story. So from this chapter we can get one proverb, that is, clothes makes a man. What does this mean? Should we judge a people by their appearances? Yes? No. Look and clothes doesn't matter. What matter is wit, intelligence and wisdom. So students, hope you understood the story, and through study material I will send you the notes. Thank you all of you. Till then, bye bye.